Yes, yes, yeah. You are tuned into Offering Something. I am your host, Michael Bernier. Feeling so good to be alive. That is for sure. I love you, love you, love you for checking the show. That's right. Offering Something brought to you by a super sweet support system at Enjoy Your Life brand. Everything Enjoy Your Life brand. Riverwalk Brewing Company. Get with them at Riverwalk Brewing, and by the Higher Education Music and Arts Festival, highereducationmusicfest.com. If you're watching on YouTube, lean on that subscribe button for me. I love you, love you, love you for that. Everybody that's watching on the streaming situations, you know you can check the show on Roku, on Apple TV, on Amazon Fire, Distro TV, all that on the Plymouth Rock TV channel. Yes, yes, yeah. All right. Today, we have a colorful episode for you with a guest who is a visionary, an entrepreneur, an influencer, a brand endorser, a globally published model, an artist, an actress, an actual living piece of art, a speakeasy style bar owner, a beautiful human, and a new friend to me, Miss Sarah Maillet. Did I say your name correctly?
Maillet.
Maillet. Miss Sarah Maillet.
Right? Whose name does it get to say yay?
Maillet. Yeah. That works for me. Golly, it's so nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get heavy right into it. When did the idea or the concept develop to be a tattooed model? And what was the motivation behind it?
I wouldn't really say there was ever motivation to be a quote-unquote tattooed model.
Yes.
I started getting tattooed primarily because I had a horrible first tattoo, the typical tramp stamp style.
Tramp stamp.
So I had... I had it for a few years, and I started looking to getting it covered up. And I had a friend who had an older brother who was a tattoo artist. And, I met with him, and he was kind of like, send me some stuff that you like, and I'll see what I come up with. So come back in a month. So I'm back, and he had drawn up this back-sized giant mural, and I just wanted to cover up, do whatever.
Yeah.
And I literally had it. Can I swear on the show?
Yeah, do whatever you like.
I had a fuck it moment, and I was just like, okay. And that's how it began. He started, and it was my back is where I started.
So that piece carried from the quote-unquote tramp stamp location up to which point? Like the middle of the back?
It was up to my shoulders or so. Yeah. So I started, I did the
all
piece.
In.
I did that piece, and then I was kind of like, you know what? It'd be really cool if it just like, if I had it kind of like go down my hip a little bit. And I was in sales. I was working for a radio station actually at the time. So I couldn't have any visible tattoos. So I was like, just go down my, on my lower hip, never below my knees, never anything on my arm, so I can always hide it.
But connecting to the back piece.
Nope. Not until about 3 or 4 years ago did it ever actually
come together.
Because I always joke to people.
And
I never had the plans. Like some people are just like, it's addicting. I get it. And it wasn't never the way that it evolved for me. For me, it became more of a illustrated journal. So there was like parts which developed based on where I was in my life and being okay with going to that extent.
Was there modeling prior to being laced with tattoos?
No.
Okay. So the modeling came with the tattoos all over your body.
Kind of. So I've only really had like 3 major tattoo artists, and he was co-owner at a shop, and they were doing Tattoo Magazine was doing an article in the shop, and he was like, hey, I want to showcase your back piece as like one of my features as an artist. So he's like, would you be down? I was like, yeah. I was working in Mass doing construction, roadside mowing at the time. So I was like, come over after work. So,
I don't really see you doing that. I like you more for your roadside mowing skills.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I did. And through the photo shoot, the photographer had submitted the photos, and they ended up running, aside from that article, my back piece as a calendar for January, February, March. It was 2009 across 3 of their magazines. So it was like
Ooh,
Tattoo,
yeah.
Flash, and Savage magazine. So that was
Take
kind of where
it
it
in.
started,
Yeah.
right? And so
Yeah.
I was just bartending at the time, and I had one of the calendars up behind the bar that I worked at. One of my regulars was a photographer, come to find out. So him and his girlfriend approached me. He was like, would you ever be interested in some photography modeling kind of thing? And I was like, no, not really.
Yeah. Hold on, before we go too far, where were you born? Where did you come into this beautiful world?
My mother is American, my father is Canadian. I was born in the U.S.
Yes.
when I was
Born, you said that in an interesting way.
Well, when I was,
but there's more to this being born
when
here
I was
story.
2, I think, 1 or 2, we moved to New Brunswick, Canada. So that to me is where I grew up and
Home is like Canada for you.
100%, absolutely. My entire upbringing. I think I was 16 when we moved back. So it's like,
I don't know what this means, but do you do Canada things? Do you like act Canadian?
I think I sometimes, yes. I'm a little extra polite. I probably say sorry too much. I'll throw in an A every once in a while.
So from your experience, people are more polite in Canada than they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a definite.
I think it's a thing. Yeah.
Look at that.
My
Come
boyfriend,
on, USA. Step it up, boy. It wasn't even any thought around it. It's just real.
I think it's a thing. And I don't realize it just because of my nature, I guess. But it's when other people pointed out to me that it's kind of, I think there's just a little bit.
So now I'm looking at you like you're Canadian, and I'm not even sure what to feel because it makes no difference to me.
Thank you.
What should I be calling you? Maillet, yay? What is this? Is it BAMF? Is that so? BAMF is that
badass motherfucker?
Okay, that was gonna be my next question. So, what do you want me to call you?
You can just call me Sarah.
Sarah.
Works, yeah.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Okay, Sarah. So, what was the point when you realized this could actually be a career? This is a thing. Oh, by golly.
I think I'm still realizing it. Like when I finally agreed to go through like some of the modeling for it, and it wasn't because I thought there was a future there. It was literally because I wanted to document what I had as far as tattoos went.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be old someday, and this process, and I'm
So hold, were you paying for photographers at this point, or photographers paying you?
Neither. It was just
like all right, this is gonna help you. This is gonna help me.
Yeah, and it was like literally, I was just looking for documentation.
Yeah.
And so I eventually, this is years later, I went to cosmetology school, and I think that's really when I realized that I could turn my artwork and myself into art, like where I was the art.
You are the art.
I could, like, it was such an expression for me, and still is. Like I tried to retire from modeling like a couple years ago, and I felt like part of me was missing.
That's not what is going on at all.
I was just like, I felt like
I'm never gonna let you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it was just like I was missing that outlet, and it's just it's really, it's a thing for me. It's like telling a painter to not pick up a paintbrush anymore. Or
was there a moment when someone called and was like, "Yeah, we want to pay you this much to do this"? Do you recall that day? And did it have any sort of impact on you then? Like,
it's like I said,
should be putting more focus into this.
It's still happening. Like it's still I still do a lot on my own. Like a lot of people are just like, oh, who styles XYZ, and for at least 75% of what I do is my own ideas and my own direction and my own. Unless there's something specific that I'm hired for, that's different. So there's a lot of unpaid stuff that I do for me. Yeah. But there's still the ability for me to monetize that.
To further the Sarah BAMF, is that what you like your showcase name is? Because it seems like it's Sarah Maillet everywhere, but your Instagram, Sarah BAMF.
Yeah, so the BAMF side of things kind of came from one of my brothers years ago. I don't remember if you remember.
Was it Randy?
No, my brother Eric.
Okay. You're like, how the hell you know who Randy is? Boy.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember Dane Cook?
Yeah,
so
Dane
do you remember
Cook.
like the whole BAMF? Do you remember that?
And I had to go too deep into him. I think he is hilarious, but no, I don't know BAMF.
Not anymore. So, but anyway, so it was from one of his skits, and I was doing construction and stuff, and doing it. Just kind of like it was a nickname that one of my brothers came, and I just ran with it. I was like kind of a self-proclaimed badass.
Nice.
Bugger, but so that's kind of where it stuck. And when I started bartending and stuff, it was on my name tag. But
So first tattoo was the tramp stamp.
Yep. And then
which
my
you would
back.
also call the worst tattoo. Is that accurate? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But I don't think anybody is really a true tattoo enthusiast if you don't at least have one bad tattoo.
Yeah. Does anyone in your family, you have family, we've discussed this, does anyone in your family have tattoos littered about their bodies?
My, so I had 3 older brothers.
Yes.
My 2 oldest are still with me. My middle brother is the only one with 1 tattoo on his shoulder. That's it.
What's his tattoo since it's only
it's
one?
a dragon.
Just a dragon?
It's just a dragon.
Is there meaning behind the dragon?
Nope.
What's his name? Dragon boy?
Eric.
Eric. What's the dragon about?
It was like divorce. Sorry if I'm divulging too much information, bud. But it was like after he got divorced. This is like 10
He's
years
like,
ago.
you know
or
what?
whatever.
I'm divorced now. I'm gonna get me that dragon I always wanted.
Yep. Nobody ever wanted me to have tattoos. Like other than that, like my parents, my brother Randy. I really don't know how my oldest brother feels about tattoos, but literally nobody else in my family.
That's my next question.
It.
Do they think that you're a little bit insane? Like Sarah's the well, the youngest one's always the rebel.
I'm definitely
she's the
black
rebel.
sheep.
Yep. So they think you're a little nuts. They kind of.
Oh yeah. Oh Sarah, but.
Do you still get invited to the family parties and these things?
Oh yeah, well,
they like you.
I plan the parties.
Oh wow, party planner
now,
Sarah BAMF.
I think now, like I used to have that sort of quote unquote reputation with them in my younger years, but now I think, and it wasn't that I did anything specifically to earn that. It was just I've always looked different and presented myself differently, and I think for some people, they don't know how to react to that. So they automatically assume certain things. But like now, obviously, like as I got older, they know me as a person a lot more. And
so
you can't judge a book by its cover.
Would you say that putting the tattoos all over your skin is more about the love of tattoos and the art? Or is it the love of being able to express yourself without words and to not in a trying to stand out way, but in a way to express like, I'm happily an individual over here?
I think all of it, to be honest with you. Yeah. It's kind of like when I look at myself, I don't see tattoo. Like that's not me. It's me. But it's not. It doesn't define me as a person, and I think that's in society. I think that's where we struggle a lot. Is that you can look.
Hold on. Is any of this, as you say, society? Because you're mad at society? Are you like a mad at the world person? No,
I really
it's
don't
not
care
a
what
rebellious
anybody else
thing.
is doing.
Okay. Yeah, I want to just make sure that's expressed clearly. This is like you love yourself. That's what's going on here.
Yeah,
you're not
absolutely.
mad trying
and
to be like, you know what, I'll do anything I want to my body, jerk world.
Not at all. And I think like we focus so much on other people concern themselves too much about what other people are doing or what other people look like.
How much do you care about what other people are doing?
I don't at all.
In the kindest way.
I don't at all. Like, and not as far as like I care about the well-being of people and friends and stuff, but if you want to, shave your head and do XYZ, like good on you. Like you live one life. And I think
and a human's character is not solely defined by the look of the human.
Correct. And I think
more so by the actions.
So when I actually started modeling, the thing that drove me was, and we're talking like 12 years ago, the thing that really drove me, and it wasn't like I was like, this is my mission, but I was like, you know what? Like I can do this. I am a model. I am a. And I still don't call myself a model, but like I was just like, you know what? I can help change the stigma that comes with tattooed women.
Yeah.
And not that I solely have, but
in
I
what
feel
sense
like
to show
I've made a difference.
Intelligence and normalcy.
You can be classy. You can be naked and you can still be classy. You can be art and you can be classy. You can still be a good person and be a heavily
You can say the F word 4 times already into the show and be classy with it, right? That's basically
absolutely
what's going on here.
Yeah.
What's the most recent tattoo that you have?
Oh gosh, it's been some years.
Years?
So
years?
A lot of people will ask if I'm
Yeah.
ever going to tattoo my bare leg, and the answer is no, because I like the contrast. And let's not,
I don't want to get ahead of the
go
bare
over-
leg conversation. All right. What's the most recent tattoo? Maillet.
It's all. So I guess it would be the dragon on my side.
Wow,
and,
this is okay.
The bars. So essentially, if you think about it, like I had all the stuff going on, and the bars and stuff is basically like framing a picture. So
Yes.
it's all Japanese artwork.
Yeah.
And then the bars and stuff just kind of like completed the whole thing as like a frame.
And you got to form, or even further, this bond that you have with Eric, because you both have dragons.
Yeah. That's a valid point.
Wow.
Come together.
That was like a scripted bit, like the Conan show right there. No, that was real. Is there a personal favorite tattoo on you? Like you look at your body, like, dang, that one totally is the jam. Or
No.
can you only look at it as one masterpiece?
No. I mean, I look at it like one piece, but if you think of it like
You eliminated the word master there, so you look at it as one piece,
Yes.
not one masterpiece.
Right.
Okay.
Just one piece.
Carry
But
on.
I think about it in the sense of like a scent memory. So, for example, like this, I have a mum on my shoulder, on my elbow, and that doesn't mean shit to me.
Yep.
Like it doesn't mean anything.
Is this a sweater that you can afford to stretch a little bit here? Okay.
This little guy.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything, but I remember where I was in life and like what I was doing for work and what was going on. So that's what that means to me. So whenever anybody walks
I
into
see
guys,
then.
like,
Yes.
That's what they mean. I'm just like,
You're
I
like,
don't have time for this. And
are we
it's
going on
impossible to
vacation
explain
together,
it.
like for weeks? What are we doing here?
Granted,
How would you like me to answer this?
there are some more specific pieces that
Yeah.
are more meaningful, like have a couple like memorial tattoos and whatnot. But no, like I don't specifically have a favorite.
You were crowned.
Miss Boston Inc.
That's right. In
2012.
That is accurate. Everybody talks to you about this, right?
The OG, no.
You gained the title. You were the first. That's right. Let's say that. You are the OG because you were the first.
The first.
Miss Boston Inc. Am I saying that correctly? Yep. And this all goes down at the Boston Tattoo Convention.
That is correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So what the hell does that mean? First, how do you end up even in the
just bragging rights.
And it actually has meant a lot for you, whether you recognize it, see it or not. How did you end up even in the competition for such a thing?
That's actually a pretty great question. So I was
Thank
there.
you. I consider myself.
It's the first time. I was there.
Something.
It was the first tattoo convention that I even ever went to.
Yeah.
And I was there for a fashion show. I was in a fashion show for a designer. Ashley Rose is her name.
Ashley Rose. Yep.
The owner, the director, the creator of the Boston Tattoo Convention, his name is Nathan Alexander. He also owns Witch Salem Inc. in
Nathan
Salem.
Alexander.
Yeah.
He sounds like he would do epic things.
He really
with
he
that
does. He does an
name.
incredible job. So he signed me up for the Miss Boston Inc. contest.
He's like, yo, Sarah, you doing
Yeah, I
this?
was there. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna sign you up for this thing." So I did, and I did it, and I won out of the gate.
Did you have it at all a different look at that time?
I did. I had a short brown pixie cut. That's pretty much it. Not as many. I still had my back and my entire leg done for the most part, but.
Now, when the picture of you winning this came out and like the Boston Tattoo Convention or whatever posted it on their social medias, some dude wrote on there like, yo, what's up with this girl and her scowl? She can at least look like she cares or something to this effect. Because you didn't have a big smile on your face.
Right.
And
That's because I'm Sarah BAMF.
So you wrote back the kindest and sweetest thing, like, oh, this like photos happen in the moment, and this was that moment on the inside. I'm so excited, biggest smile. And then just a couple of minutes later, you wrote, and I will still eat your children, right? And I was like, yo, I read that right there. And I've looked at you since I've been aware of you, like, she is awesome. And then I read this thing and I was like, oh my God, I love her even more. You went up to a Mike Tyson level in my head because you publicly just said this. And I love Mike Tyson. So is that kind of you're super sweet? This goes back to you also labeling yourself badass classy. What is it you say?
Classy.
I have it somewhere here. Anyway,
Classy badass.
Yeah, sure. So is this your typical way you go about life? Super sweet, but I'm gonna let you know what I'm really thinking.
Yeah, I think.
Do you remember writing that?
No.
And I'll eat your children.
It sounds 100%
and
like
still
something
I'll
I
eat
would
your
say.
children.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where
And
it's like,
people
you know
reacted to that. They really liked it.
You can be a nice person. You can get to the point, and you can be direct, and also have a great sense of humor. Like that's just the way that I've always played it. I'll be real, but I'll just tell you.
Appreciate
like it is.
your realness. So let's be real on this topic here. You must get a bazillion messages on all platforms because of the artwork that you're putting out in the world, which is pictures of your body, often with very limited clothing on it. You must get some emails that come to you. First, I want to talk about people that email you that are younger girls that are truthfully aspiring to do something in this kind of artistic career, that have a respect for what you're doing. Does that happen? Sarah, can you help me out? This is what I'm trying to do, and you seem to be doing this. Like, does that happen?
I think you have.
Yeah.
I thought you were asking for yourself. I was like,
No.
yeah, you got this. Like, go for it.
Thank you. I'm all right, Joe.
I honestly, the whole like slide into your DMs thing, like that really doesn't happen that often for me. I do. So the thing that I think that you're asking is, like, more or less the encouragement or the inspiration side. It doesn't happen as often as you would think, and it surprises me every time it does, but it always kicks me into, like, reminds me why I'm doing what I'm doing. Sometimes I'm like, why am I, like, my time, my energy, my money?
Assume that there's a million messages coming to you. Like, you must be like, gee, God, with all I can't look at these things. I can't keep up with it.
No,
so
and
it's not
if they
that far.
are, they're more of like, people respond with like an emoji a lot of times, and that doesn't require a response. If somebody has an intelligent question, same thing happens in person. Like, I have people like will walk up to me, especially in the summer if I'm wearing shorts or a tank top.
Yeah.
Used to walk up and like touch me or like sick tats, blah blah. What do they mean? And you can tell, like, in 3 seconds of somebody's conversation with you or how they approach you, whether it's a question that I'm going to take time to answer. Yeah. Like, wow, that's some beautiful artwork.
This guy is straight up hitting on me. This person is interested actually in the artwork of the tattoos. This person is interested.
If it's genuine, right? Yes. Instead of like barking, a question at you, like you're just,
Look at you. Right. Oh my gosh, you got tattoos everywhere.
Yeah, across the grocery store. What?
I love that.
What do you do later? Just like, I'm just going to pretend like I didn't hear anything and keep walking.
Slow down.
As far as like other women and stuff, I guess that kind of coincides with how, photographers, same thing. Just like, thank you for, putting yourself out there in your artwork. It's really inspired me to get into portrait photography. Or I'll get like, not necessarily like questions I'll get from men and women. Like, hey, do you have any pointers? I'm looking to get in this industry. What do you think? Or I'll just get the thank you, you continue to inspire me on what I'm doing. And that's the kind of thing that is just like making a difference.
That makes me feel good. So you definitely thought I was going to ask about getting creepy messages from people. But that's not really something that's pressing on the scene.
No, like, not for me. And
hey, I'll give you $1,000 to take you to dinner tomorrow. Like these kinds of.
I would probably entertain that one. I really like food.
Whoa! Don't say that, boy. Whole new crowd of DMs coming in now.
Yeah, and for the if it's ridiculous, I just don't respond to it. I don't entertain it. I don't give it the time. I don't give it the energy, and maybe that's why I don't get that sort of stuff so much.
Is there a total count on the number of tattoos?
1.
It's just 1. That's how you're going to give me this? Yep.
If you ask me how much it costs, how much time I spent, I have no answers for you. I'm glad it doesn't matter.
Well, I won't ask those questions then.
Perfect.
But it's just 1. That's the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's more of a mural. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it's got the mural vibe. I will agree with this. You were featured on the cover of Inked magazine. Is that accurate?
That is accurate.
Inked is a product of one of the largest tattoo shops in New York City. How did that come to be? And am I accurate with that? It's New York City, right?
Yep. Inked magazine, tattoo magazine, the horse. I've all been on the cover of, and that's primarily doing what I'm doing anyways, and then that coming into the hands of like one of the publishers or whatnot.
Your name becoming like something that's recognized in that world, and then you ever seen this? Or maybe check this girl.
From myself or photographers. Like I think the horse is the only one that was more pointed in the sense of, hey, we want to feature you for an article, or we're doing something with this bike.
I didn't really get a good look at that. You had the stack of like 9 covers, and you were in the top left.
Calendars. Yeah. Like, and I've lost track. I don't know how many are out there. It's been a while. I think the horse was the last cover that I was on or feature, but it's kind of cool. I've been like wedding catalogs.
Yeah. When it comes down to your entire body, what are the spots to you? I know you started to mention this before, that are off limits. These are no tattoo zones.
My face.
Your face. There'll never be a tattoo on your face.
I always said my neck. I'll never finish my other leg, because one answer that I can honestly answer when anybody asks what hurt the most, I'll always say my knee and the circumference. Front, back, side, I don't know. Like, so I have a really...
The right leg is covered 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah, other than like my foot.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a weirdly high pain tolerance, and it was the only thing I remember, like, it's immediately where my brain goes, and it was the one time I thought I was going to pass out, and I thought I was going to punch my artist in the nuts. Or I was just like, holy crap, that hurts so bad.
Whoa, nah.
Yeah. So that's one reason why I'll never do the other leg. Also, I like the contrast a lot, but so hands I always said, but I have a couple finger jammers. I don't think I'll ever do like full hands.
The face, the neck, so you got like a shoulder line limit or something here, the collarbone.
Yeah, and I think like my chest. I just think that a woman's, for me, like, I love when women get their chest tattooed, but for me, I would never do it just because I think it's extremely feminine, and it's nice to be able to still, wear a turtleneck or wear a shirt and pants full time and be in control, like when I need to be.
Right, I got you. Do you ever like scratch your head and you're like, wait, what is going on here? Am I crazy? I have tattoos all over me. Am I kind of I'm not trying to be a freak, but are people interpreting me as like a spectacle? What? Wait, do you have those thoughts?
No. I think I've definitely had those questions, though, like more or less when people are just like, oh, does it hurt? And then I'll just be like, not anymore. Like, or they'll just be like, wow, you must really like pain. I'm just like, no, if I liked pain, like, I would just bash my head against the wall. Like, it's not the point.
Yeah,
that's not the point.
I wouldn't have to pay for the pain. I can just like smash bricks off my teeth.
So, like, there's a method to the madness. But no, like I said, like, I'm so used to seeing, obviously, myself, where that doesn't really occur to me.
So I have no tattoos, and I have very limited exposure to the true tattoo culture and the people that are in it. And I know that there's like a stereotype, like a stigma vibe that goes with the tattoo people scene. Maybe they're criminals, they're a little badass.
They're always criminals, yeah.
Like, so I want like that they're like angry and etc. So just tell me, really, I'm sure you end up spending a lot of time with tattoo people. Is that an accurate assumption of you? Not
really. No.
Put me in my place.
So I would say, the people that I know in the tattoo community are.
Do you love them? Are they sweet, nice people?
100%.
Make you
they
cupcakes
are some
and
of
muffins.
the most genuine and like nice people I'm sure that you ever met. And that's not to say that people who aren't tattooed or there's good and bad people that look and act in every.
Not trying to steal your wallet and then like
Right.
follow you home and end your life.
You got vegans, you have, people that don't drink, you have like
what up,
everybody.
vegan kids?
I eat the meat.
Not I, says me.
But you know what? That's just one of those things you can't judge the way that somebody looks, tattoos or not, or like crazy hair or not, whatever, on somebody's person. Like some of the shittiest people that I know are the most normal, quote unquote, looking people in the world.
That's right. That is accurate. Are you enjoying the beer from Riverwalk Brewing Company,
so
Sarah Maillet?
The tiki one that I had earlier.
The tiki one, yeah,
fantastic.
You love that.
Yep,
I'm
working my
happy
way
to
up
hear
the
that.
quarter.
What do you view as far as this journey has gone, the most monumental, game-changing moment where you shifted from I'm kind of trying to do this to is on, like, or at least for you, the most monumental thing you're like,
as a person,
yeah, I feel real. Wow, that's a good feeling.
As a person, I'm gonna say
fulfilling.
The strength, my inner strength that I guess I never really listened. Like, it's given me power in the sense of an individual.
You're confident in Sarah.
Yep, and my skin, like this is who I am, and I really don't care what anybody thinks.
Yeah. In a sweet and badass way.
Yes.
I don't
in a
really
very
care
Canadian,
what you think. Canadian.
A kick-ass Canadian kind of way.
I wish I knew like the colloquial things that Canadians said. Yeah, is that hey?
Yeah, c'est ça, là. Yeah.
Yep, that's beyond what I know.
It's like yeah, no, and then no, yeah.
So at the moment, you're selling these posters of the photographs that have been taken of you on your website, which is sarahmaillet.com. SarahMaillet.com. Accurate?
That is accurate.
Boom.
Very well done.
Check it. Go there. Some amazing prints. You got to check it out for sure. Once again, sarahmaillet.com. How's that going? Is that are you like, whoa, this is a real avenue here to stream?
That kind of came out like through the whole COVID thing. So like I said, like it's just whenever anybody asked, like if you're like, oh, you're in a magazine, did you get paid for that? I'm like, nah, it was stuff that I was doing anyway for me.
Yes.
And for it to end up in a magazine, it's just like that extra cool kind of thing. So whenever COVID hit and everything was kind of shut down, I was just like, I have to try to do something. So it was really cool to see what I could do with what I already had at my fingertips, like all this
content.
All this content that I've
product,
been
that I'm
collaborating
sitting on
and working on for like 10, 12 years. And I was just like, so now I guess that's more the avenue that I've been working with. Like, you know what, this is something I can, like, I am my own business as a person.
So do you own the rights to those images? Are you splitting some proceeds with somebody, or are you just not talking about it, seeing what happens?
Usually the photographers will give me the rights just because, like, it's great
homies,
for them.
And they're like,
right. Yep.
Cool. And you leave their little photo credit on
100%. Absolutely.
Yeah,
credit
totally.
where credit's due.
We talked about how you were on the cover of Horse. How about does being a social media influencer, is that assisting with your career?
As far as like the whole modeling career kind of thing goes.
Are additional opportunities coming to you as a result of the photos that you are releasing through your social media avenues? Like you put up these pictures on Instagram and thousands of people are like, oh my golly, this is amazing, right? And does it lead to opportunities? Is that what would you say is the main funnel for opportunities at this point? How else are people looking at you all the time?
I think primarily a lot of it just comes from putting the work in.
Yep.
Right? It's not just like, whoa, X amount of followers. Like I didn't just show up.
You have
I haven't like
you put in the
before
work.
Anybody cared about MySpace and Facebook and all this stuff.
You've been hustling for years, so the work. You're an OG in the situation,
and it wasn't
been there before
for those reasons. Like that was never why I did it. Like I said, like I was doing it for me, and people just so happened to pay attention, or I let people like be my audience, and now with that audience, it grows from there, and regardless of whether it exists or not, I'm still just doing this for me, and it's awesome that people appreciate it. They're inspired
Answer the question.
by it.
Is social media helping you to get more opportunities?
Absolutely,
it is.
100%. Otherwise, like nowadays, like how else do people really discover new avenues in anything?
I got you.
My Facebook page is probably the biggest, which is kind of like mind-blowing still to me. It's up to like 3.8 million followers, which is kind of like laughable, not in the sense of just like laughing at the people, but I'm just like it doesn't mean
it's just
anything,
me.
right?
I'm over here like, check me out. I got tattoos. You crazies.
Like, yes, whatever. I guess you. Yes.
Have there been any situations that your career has taken you that have kind of blown your mind in the sense of, I know there's photos with you hanging out in Lamborghinis with these butterfly doors and all these things. Give me something that is like, wow. So I'm
incredibly
here
unique.
now.
So one of my favorite photographers, which I have a handful, but Jay Philbrick. He used to be
Philbrick. Yep.
He used to be a like a mountain guide. So he would, I've 3 times, I guess he's like, quote unquote, like thrown me off the side of a mountain and taking like photos there. So, it's just like really incredible. So those like some really unique circumstances. Most recently, I've just come back from Connecticut, working with some friends that run a Black Powder Red Earth is the name of it, but they do like a comic book series. And
wait, back to the first one, the mountainside thing. Was there some photos in the roadway actually?
Different.
Okay,
this
carry
is like
on
literally
then.
on the side of like Cathedral Ledge, but so I've been turned into a comic book character, like come to life.
Oh.
In video games and stuff. So yeah, that was really cool. Really cool. Like,
wow.
I did not see that coming, and it was like a conversation that started.
I didn't see you really saying that right now.
Yeah, so that was a really unique experience, and they wouldn't have known about me if it hadn't been for social media.
Yeah, I would like to see this video game character of you. I don't think
on my Instagram.
Is
page,
it?
and,
I didn't really see it. I didn't see it. I'll look again. Not doubting you at all. Okay. Your body is your art.
Yes.
At this point, so there's no escape from it. Do you ever want to run and hide? Do you ever find yourself wearing more clothes than you naturally would to avoid the potential for conversations?
No.
No, never even manipulates ever. You go, I'm just going to wear a long sleeve so I don't have to deal with talking to a million people about my tattoos.
No, so like I was saying, like I just kind of like, I'm used to it, so I don't really like overthink what I'm wearing based on, like I don't, when somebody cool walks in the room, I don't pull up my sleeve so they
cool
can see I'm tattooed. Yeah.
Check me out, y'all. Like I swear, pretty hip.
Maybe you don't know about me, but kind of a big deal.
Yeah, don't miss this.
But I think that coincides a lot with the fact that, again, like I'm gonna say never, but I don't plan to tattoo anything that I can't control.
Got you.
So like my hands, like I can walk in a room, nobody's gonna talk about my sick hand tats or
I gotcha.
My neck tat or whatever. But I came really
close. You can fit in if you want to. Opportunities to be a chameleon still remain.
Like I look very normal.
You look pretty normal right now.
Thank you.
Old sweater, turtleneck, I believe they call this kind of thing here. Yeah.
It's
standard.
Sexy. Leave it alone.
So sexy. Hey, do you like gifts?
I do like gifts.
Can I give you a gift?
Yes, I would love a gift.
I do. I have a gift for you. I do.
I thought you were talking about GIF gifts. We can give me one of those too, but I do like gifts. So awkward about gifts. Should I open it now?
Oh yeah, the opening occurs now. Yeah. Here we go. One item at a time here.
God.
You can just throw them on the floor if there's no room for the actual items. But I want them all stickers. Coming out. Yep.
A CD.
Oh, that's my music I'm pushing on you right there, Michael Bernier. Enjoy Your Life album.
Solid. How long is this? Because I have an hour and a half drive
that'll get you a good way into it.
Player.
I love that you have a CD player in your car. That's so special. Enjoy your life T-shirt. That's gonna look so.
Tell me what to do.
Sorry, I'm not trying to give you a task.
Right,
there.
T-shirt.
Yeah, and a hat. Got you all dressed up, looking so good. Woo, boy. Carry on. What is that?
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those. It's one of those, you know?
Awesome.
Isn't it?
Like doubly, I could use it like as a mortar.
Yeah. Oh, it's, you know what? That's pretty accurate too. I don't know how much you want to do after you burn some oils in there, but you know, you do your thing. Yeah, there you go. The rocker to go. Riverwalk Brewing was good. Just keep going through the wardrobe, would you? Okay, there you go. Racerback tank top. Enjoy your life, friend. Nice. Yeah. It's Christmas here. It's all at once. What's this? Oh, yeah. I better see you wearing that right there. Yeah. You're the kind of person that enjoys your life. This is the character I'm getting from you here, Sarah. What else do we have? Evolvement music for that medium-sized man in your life? Right there? Huh? I mean, yeah, if you got one of those around you. Yeah. What do we have here? Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah.
This is awesome. I might tie-dye one of those.
Oh, do that, would you? Please. Ooh. That's from Aldous Collins right there. That's from Aldous. Come on. You love it. Yeah, the One Love piece. Yep. That's fantastic. Carry on here. What else is going on? This hoodie is even better than I knew it was, all right? Okay, so that's right. So listen to me for one moment, my sweet friend. What happens here is everybody gets a piece of my old clothing. So that there's actually, I've worn that, but it never, like they sent me a medium, didn't quite fit me. I wore it. It's been washed, but I give everybody that comes on the show a piece of old clothing. And I've also felt a little funny about the fact that there's print on the back in the tramp stamp location. So now that we've talked so much, it seems like that might be a good thing for you. The roots of creation. We love roots of creation. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, CDs, you know.
In case I run out.
Hey, there you go, Kristen Ford. There's a mask for you. Enjoy your life. Walking billboard status. What is this? I don't know. What is that? I don't know. Body oil. There it is. Look at this. An insulated wine. What?
Clutch.
Wow. Is it actually insulated?
Awesome.
You really enjoy that?
Yes.
Happy with that one there? Oh my gosh. Look at this.
I'm going to be.
I kind of assumed that you are the type to have, drinks, and you like to be in style. It's better than carrying the bottle in your hand, right? In the brown bag.
Yeah.
Brown bag carrying wine is not that hip. Wine in that, pretty hip. Pretty hip.
This is amazing. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Oh, of course. Yeah. You can throw all that on the floor now. Yeah. Yeah. I think that the giving gifts, it does something. There's a good feeling that is created. There's a new vibration that exists. I got to give you those, so I get the feeling on this end of, oh, wow. Some of those she really liked. Oh, that one she had to fake. And then.
No, I don't the CD's up.
Oh. Transition now into. I'm sorry if the hat messed. No, you've recovered nicely with the hair. Yeah. Transition now to 815. Okay, so you're an entrepreneur in many ways, and one of them is owning restaurant bar operation called 815 Cocktails and Provisions in Manchester, New Hampshire. Is that true? Right. So, might you tell me a little bit about this? Where did this idea come from? When did it, how did that happen?
So, our anniversary, our 6th year anniversary is next week.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, so I
6 years in a row.
Yeah, crazy,
in a
right?
row, good.
I don't know if last year really
A lot
counts.
of things take a little break while they're happening.
Yeah,
not
they
this.
say if you survive 5 years, so we survived 5 years plus COVID. So I think we're the
Wow.
OG.
Yeah,
So
it
we
is.
actually
Another OG situation.
Brought craft cocktails to Manchester. Pretty unique. There's been a lot of
Flat out saying it before you.
yeah
No craft cocktails in Manchester, New Hampshire.
until 815. So I co-own it with my
815. Yep.
my business partner Ryan McCabe. So we worked together. I got hired at a new-ish spot. Hired him after being there for like a few months or whatever. Hired him in April.
Yeah.
In October, we were looking at 815 as a space. So initially, I had nothing to do with it. I was just bar manager at the place that I was at.
Oh, I got you.
My partner always wanted to own a whiskey bar or whatever, open his own spot. I come from a family of business owners, so I was like, saw that responsibility, want nothing to do with it. Like, I just want to fly by the seat of my pants for. But I consider myself an idea person. So
Okay.
I would tell them just like, you guys should do that. Maybe think about this. So I give them my ideas, and I was like, at one point, I was like, hang on. If I'm gonna just give you all my ideas and you guys are monetize it, like I want in. So that's
or some kind. I'm gonna get a consultant fee over here.
So,
or I'm in this.
There was
Why?
three of us initially, but my partner Ryan and I, we
Yeah.
5 and
Chopped off the other person.
Yeah. Early on.
Does the other person get a name or not even that kind of love? Womp, chopped off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure that you're good in other things. Yes.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really, really cool to be and respected for that. Like, for example, last night, one of my longtime friends, long before the restaurant industry, he and another friend just opened a bar. So we went to their soft opening last night, and my partner Ryan and I were there. We're looking around the room. We're just like, literally, we've employed every person in this room. And I was just like, to have that whole like mom pa kind of aspect, moving around. So it's really cool.
So you did work as a bartender prior to this operation with
Correct.
815? Okay.
Yep.
So do you love bartending? Is that your jam? Like, I'm so into this? Or no, not so much?
I used to. It was never a career.
It's lost a little bit of the luster. A lot of L's. Yeah.
I joke and say I don't like people that much. It's not really true. It's just like it kind of the aspect where I feel like
where do I fit into this liking of people?
I feel like my abilities are so much more useful, like as like making things.
Yeah.
I mean, like ideas and making that kind of happen, and also like getting to enjoy people from a different angle than being are. Like, I still create a lot. I still write a lot of the menu. Have a lot of that control, like over.
I see you're quite creative, where the venue in some ways walks the line of a speakeasy type operation. Is that accurate?
Yeah. So we're on the second.
What
we're
is
on
that?
the second floor. So it
All
kind
right.
of
Second floor.
It made that easy for us in that sense. Just like, okay, how do we make this unique and people to actually find.
Take what seems to be an obstacle and turn it into our selling point.
Correct.
Here we go, y'all.
Yep. So it's
a good idea. You are an ideas girl. Yes.
But you have to work with, nothing's really. There's always a way through whatever obstacle.
Yep.
That's in front. You can sit there and go, oh crap, we're at a wall, or you can go, okay, there's a wall. How do we make out of that bump or whatever?
So you approach the speed bump and you hit it. You came with speakeasy. What exactly do you do aside from being on the second floor with limited view of the space to make it have a speakeasy vibe?
So prior to COVID, we had
pre-COVID.
Yeah, we had a weekly password.
Oh.
So for the past, obviously this year we haven't been doing it. So
example password. Come on.
Involvement. I don't know. It wouldn't matter. So for 5 years, every week for 5 years, I was supposed to get a new password. So I got to the point where I was just like, without being redundant, I started going through, like, never heard of that word. So I'd put the word, the description, like what it meant, the definition.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? If we're gonna do this, we might as well learn new words.
Learn something.
Yeah, learning is fun.
Yeah, it's when you learn.
So yeah, that was always really cool. I'm indifferent as to whether or not it's gonna come back once all the restrictions and stuff are lifted or not.
So what's the goal with this restaurant venture? Like just to make some money, or are you kind of passionate about watching this idea grow? You want to open 10 more restaurants?
No, absolutely not. Like my partner and I are so involved in 815 where it's like it's a full-time job. Like and there's so much you can do, and especially when you're that involved. And me, like I said, like as an idea person, I'm just like, what else can I do? And it's not always just like, what else can we do to drive business? I'm just like, what's new that hasn't been done, or what haven't we done to, like I said, we're the OGs.
Yeah.
Like we're the first people to like try something new. It was like the art pop-ups and stuff that we were before we got shut down.
So it seems like you're putting in a lot of work in a lot of ways. Where does this motivation, this energy come from? How do you have the get up and gusto to go at it and go get them day after day? Not like with the restaurant, with the modeling thing, especially now while you're just being beaten down by the restrictions that are going on. Where do you draw this motivation from? These are people you've surrounded yourself with. Is your circle unbelievable? Is it just the individual that you are, your character? Tell me.
I think it's definitely character, but learned. Like it's very internal in the sense that I had to learn at a very young age that nobody else is going to do something. So if I'm going to get shit done, I'm going to get up and I'm going to put one foot in front of the other, regardless of how shitty circumstances are, regardless of how things have fucked me over. Like nobody else is going to carry me. So what I have to do is get up and put one foot in front of the other because nobody else is going to do that.
Yep.
It's the only way
you need to get up, get out, and get something.
100%.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't always do things for an outcome. It just to function, right? And then things kind of, it might be 6 months, it might be 4 years. Like I've had things like something I did 8 years ago is, paying off now.
Yeah.
And I always say that is about like being a good person. Like, you don't need validation every day to be like, you did a good job. You were a good person. Just be a good person.
You're so good at life, Sarah. Oh, golly.
People can remember that.
Let me call Sarah, tell her how great she is. Sarah? Oh, you're so good. All right, bye.
It's you don't need validation. Yes. It's just resilience.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you're not taking on the world with the tattoo modeling thing, or you're not out there managing the day-to-day hustle with 815, if you don't have to do any of these things, and it's a fully normal world, what would you do with your time? You're going to be reading books? You'd be cuddling with your kitties? What do you do? What would you do? Read the encyclopedia?
Yeah, 100%.
That's right up your alley.
I just got a new kitten, so that's like he's.
Oh, that's real?
Consuming, yeah. Oh, we're like.
I knew that. Come on, Ted. What's the kitten's name? What's the kitty's name?
His name's Leo. Leo DiCaprio.
Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah. But
wow, that's clever right there. The ideas are endless. Yeah, we know this.
I don't know if I really love nature. For the most, when the weather is favorable, you'll usually find me like in the mountains in solitude.
Yeah.
That was big healing mechanism for me. Like throughout the COVID shutdown and stuff, I dismiss myself and go hiking. I just love it. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it outside. Yeah. Good clean
We're
air.
So lucky, like being in New England, it still blows my way.
Oh yeah, you got oceans, you got mountains, you got rivers,
you got sunset, sunrise, like you got mountains. I'm just like, wow, lucky.
You feel lucky?
I do.
Yeah. Yeah. You carry a lucky vibe with you. How do you choose? Like, who's going to give you the tattoos? Is it the same individual every time? Or are you like, who am I going to bless today with giving me a tattoo on my precious skin?
No,
Is it that kind of thing?
I primarily have had 3 like major artists. And like I said, my friend's brother being the first initial guy that I worked with. They're all Japanese artists. Started working with another guy, and then I don't know. Like I did my research. Like I tell everybody. A lot of people will ask me for advice. I'm like, do your research.
How many different artists have?
Three
Three total.
Yeah, there's a couple like.
Did you just say that and I completely didn't hear you? Is that what happened? I'm sorry.
Think I pointed. There are 3. There are a couple other like one-off like small random tattoos that maybe like 2 other artists I've had.
Right, like a drunken night. Oh, I'm gonna get a little.
The day that I won the Miss Boston.
Wow.
Boston, I got this one random robot tattoo, but now it has a story. Like I got that at the Boston Tattoo Convention.
Robot for the win. Why robot? When
I
you
also
just
did
like,
the robot on stage.
I won! I could get that robot now.
No, I got it first, and then I won.
Oh,
Yep.
so.
And then I also did the robot on stage. I hope that was like.
You did the robot? What does that mean? Like the dance move?
Like, yep.
You got that down?
I did that's about.
You a dancer?
Nope.
I know. Did you notice I said an actress when I was introducing you? Is that accurate?
That is.
Tell me about this acting career, Sarah.
I don't want to like call it a career, but I've been in a few movies, not porn. You can't come back from that. Music videos, that kind of thing. But
you kind of did have to clarify that, yeah.
It's like you can't come back from that.
Yeah.
There's one movie in particular that's on Amazon right now. I don't know if I would even recommend it, but it's called Spin the Plate.
Spin the Plate.
It's a very small part. I play, obviously.
Recommend it. Spin the Plate. Check it out. Sarah's in it.
Yeah.
What do you play?
I play I'm literally like in the beginning for 3 minutes, but I play a.
You don't have to dumb it down. I'm in the movie for 3 minutes,
One of the main
kid.
characters is a tattoo artist, and so I play one of her clients.
Oh,
and I'm taking my friend into the tattoo shop
for
as
her first tattoo.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so predictable. That's it, and then I'm gone.
Do you pay for the tattoos anymore? People just give them to you.
I've paid for every single tattoo that I've ever gotten in my life.
Wow.
Yep.
Is that out of some sort of principle?
Bang anybody.
Yeah, no intercourse behind this ink, baby. Oh, I love you. That's so good. So there is, as you said, a story associated with every single marking on your body.
100%.
Yeah, that you completely recognize.
Yeah, I keep threatening to write a biography or start it, but it's just kind of like one of those hiccups where I'm just like, where do I begin? I feel like I feel like I've lived multiple lives, I guess.
Okay. Let's talk about being on this side of a camera. A lot of people are taking photographs of you. Are you completely confident in your body where you're so comfortable with it? Because often, again, the photographs are taken with sometimes almost no clothing on, or perhaps no clothing on. Are you so comfortable with, like, you're cool on the set with I know they're familiar photographers with you, but knowing, like, I'm going to walk away from here with them having some shots that I wouldn't want the world to see. Like, tell me about how you feel there with the camera looking at your often naked body taking shots specifically of you.
So I think that's one of those things that I don't know if anybody else will really understand, which is like, oh wow, you must have like so much confidence, but it's actually 100% not the case. For me, everybody like I'm always so like self-conscious, whatever. Like we're all our own worst critics. For me, like when I do get behind the camera, it's like a weird switch and go into like work mode.
Yep.
And you're just like, oh wow, I've never seen any bad picture of you. It's like, I don't post that shit. Like,
yeah.
You can take 300 pictures.
Go back to that one.
Yeah.
That is so bad. Let's get that one out there real quick. Yeah. No, don't edit it at all. Put it out.
And you might take 600 pictures and get 20 out of it, and that's fine. Like that's just the way that it works. So to think that somebody in my position is supremely like or confident in everything that I do is 100% false.
Right. Is it most often one-on-one shoots, or are there times where there's like, all right, here's 6 guys, 6 girls, getting photos of them, 3 photographers, let's go.
What you're thinking is more like a workshop, and I've done a couple of those. It was like probably like three, like for example, like 3 photographers, 3 models,
Yeah.
and you all like in the same space, and you kind of like do cycles, and just like, all
Yeah.
right, half hour with this photographer. I've done a couple of those, which are fun. But for the most part, it's just myself and a photographer, unless there's somebody else in the photo shoot, which is rare, but that's happened.
So you're not 100% confident, and I am completely so cool with my body that you have to, there's some kind of obstacle that you have to overcome in your mind there to go be in front of a camera, to be like, yep, take the pictures, whatever. So do you feel that each time you go do this, that it helps you in that journey that everybody is on for complete self-confidence? My skin suit is not what matters at all. What you think or expect of me is not what matters. Does this, as you take more and more photographs in front of a camera, do you feel that you become more and more comfortable in yourself?
Yeah, 100%.
Your inner being.
100%. Like, I used to, it's not why I got started, but at some point I remember having the mental thought as to where I wanted to cover up what I didn't think was beautiful, like on my body, with artwork to make it more beautiful. Obviously not how I feel about myself now,
Yeah.
but I do think like the more, like over the years, the more that I've done photo shoots and gotten used to just like comfortable in my skin and doing what I'm doing.
Was there like bouts with like eating disorders that go with this because you're trying to maintain a certain look? Do these things happen?
They do.
Yeah.
And I
Oh
think,
no, I have a shoot coming up. I gotta starve myself.
No, not so much, but you do take it upon yourself to be more adamant about like a work mode.
Yeah.
And every time that I've gotten to that, like I've gotten myself more worked. Like if I've just normally been like doing what I'm doing, like I'll get anxious and be like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And then I'll do it. I'm so glad I did that. So with that, like with more experience doing that, where I know, like I could have overthought.
Right.
And I did. I think I was just like, I feel underprepared for, I don't know what I'm preparing for. And
I'm kind of freaking
without
out,
like
but I'm
putting
not
too much
sure
thought
what
into
it's
like
about.
what I'm wearing or my hair. Just like, you know what? I'm me. Like you take it or leave it. And I think there's a lot of nitpicking that goes on with any industry, especially now. But I think like the tattooed industry primarily has a lot more forgiveness about body images. And
Right.
whatnot.
Yeah. As
Like-
the focus shifts a percentage to the artwork, the tattoos.
Right. It's like that whole like pin-up model kind of mechanism.
Yeah.
Like nobody's like, 6
better be
foot
perfect.
2 and weighs 98 pounds on the Vogue magazine, which like I always said if I ever made it on Vogue, I didn't. I might have made it. So it's still a goal, sure, but like
yeah.
there's certain extremes where it's just like it's not human. Like how are you enjoying your life if you're more focused on what you look like for somebody else? It's like being centered in yourself, taking care of yourself. Like yes, take care of yourself. There's so many different ways to take care of your health.
On this tip of being exposed ultimately in front of the camera, let's think about
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. No, I'm laughing because I can't even remember the question that I was just presenting to you. There it is. So you're exposed in that way. Now, people see you often with this look. This is the main public presence of you. Now, for me, if I sign up to do an event, I'm going to go host something. There's never a thought in anyone's mind that is, I hope he shows up not wearing that much clothing. They don't have that thought. That's not my jam. They're like, I hope he shows up and he can still talk. And, like for you, people book you for stuff and they have to go, I really hope she doesn't have on. Is she going to know not to wear much clothing? Like, or do they present this to you? Do you think you can come to our event and stand here? We'll pay you X, but wear nothing?
Nobody's ever asked me, like there's events that I've been hired for, like tattoo events, where nobody's ever asked me to wear a certain amount of or not of clothing.
How do you determine if it's like the little thong suit or if it's like I'm wearing t-shirts and jeans? Like you do a little research on it and be like,
right, or
that's
jeans
doing.
and a turtleneck. Like
Yeah.
you didn't ask.
Yeah.
Me that. Like I just like I don't think about it. I don't.
You did
think
suss me out though when I was like, hey, you said, well, what is this interview going to be about? And you were hoping I would respond with, oh, I'm super creepy and I'm just hoping to hang out. No.
It's fun. Everything's fun.
And I was in my head, it's like I had to have this. I'm like, whoa, you know what?
Now take your shirt off.
She has to have that thought. I don't have to have that thought. And it was another moment for me. I'm like, wow.
Like, I have the ability to think down. Like if it's not paid, like
yeah.
I would just say no. Like if it was weird, it's like if you're not. So I personally, I wonder like when I get hired for stuff or whatever, it's just like, hope I'm in.
What's
person,
the expectation
right,
of the amount of clothing I'm going to have on?
I hope they're not just like looking at me like, geez, look, they're in their picture. I always think that. But somebody is just like, oh, you look better in person. Because it's still life. You can literally take that one segment of my life and just like still, it's like, I looked okay there. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Let me just send that out into the world where I'm very like, I talk with my hands, I make weird faces, and just like, I hope nobody's actually taking pictures.
Are you happy with your life in general? You sleep pretty easily.
Yeah, I sleep pretty good.
Pretty good. Not too many thoughts racing through your head.
Oh, there's
there
always.
Before you. There's always thoughts.
Yeah, 100%.
Can you shut down the work thoughts and these thoughts and like go to sleep or no?
I have no
Not that
trouble
person.
falling asleep, but I'll always wake up. Like I can't turn my mind off. That's part of the.
You had a mission for a small time, and it could still be going on. I don't know. To learn how to play the guitar, Randy was going to teach you. You took your first lesson back in September.
Yep.
What happened?
So,
was there a second lesson, Sarah?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So my boyfriend Rick was going to teach me to play the guitar on my brother Randy's guitar, who passed away. So I have possession of his guitar.
I gotcha.
I broke out with Lyme shortly after, and like I literally couldn't let anything touch me, so it kind of fell by the wayside.
You broke out with Lyme, like Lyme disease?
Well, yeah. So I had it, and then I broke out in this like full body.
Everything hurt. Couldn't hold the guitar against your human self.
Yep.
Did that complicate life too?
It kind of did for a little while, but at least put a name to it, got past it, feeling so much better.
I'm glad you feel so much better. I do care about you. I'm glad you feel so much better. Yeah. I'm going to sleep and I'm like,
I hope Sarah's doing.
I hope her Lyme is okay.
Yeah.
Should really call because I can't sleep that well.
You're just like
all night last night. Jeez.
Now you know. So hopefully you get some solid slumber. I'm not really that like musically like talented, so I'm okay with that. Just living with my brother, he was the only one that really got that talent.
Yeah.
So.
Do you hate dealing with customers at 815?
No.
You love them.
I love all of them.
That's accurate.
I mean, people can
you
be
go
difficult,
out back and you're like, I can't even believe this lady right now. You can't imagine.
So every once in a while, we'll get like some feedback or whatever at 815, and it's usually
blonde
like,
lady. She's out.
Yep. Well, yeah. So we'll get something. It'll just be like, and the owner, they'll, and they'll like comment on my attitude, as it were. But my partner Ryan's really great at responding. Basically, I don't put up a shit. And that's
so if somebody says something that's a little off-putting, you might allow your face to represent a dislike for that. You might actually.
I have a very expressive face. I can't hide. I don't like you. Like whatever you're saying is complete nonsense. Get out of my face. Like all of that, just 100% legible on my face.
That's not how you're supposed to do it in that industry, player.
But you know what? I have that.
It feels good. It feels good when I do it.
People know us and me for that, so I'm okay with it. No nonsense.
Yeah.
Unless there's extreme nonsense, then I will lead the nonsense parade.
Do you do anything in your life aside from provide inspiration for people through your entrepreneurial paths? Do you do anything that makes the world a better place for people?
don't know.
You don't know?
know. I hope so. And I think like that kind of goes back to where I kind of was saying that periodically I'll get somebody who's like, you inspired me, X, Y. That drives me. I feel like without really knowing it, I hope that I'm doing something or inspiring people in a way that doesn't need to be showered on me.
Yeah.
Bringing
so you feel a sense of fulfillment.
Color, yeah, bringing a little color to people's lives, and just being a good person. Like I will always put other people's needs, or not even like without them asking, or like I'll always put other people first. And there's just it's what feels good,
Let's take this to a super simple situation. You are getting gas, and you decide, I need a little snack. And you go in.
Snacks.
Yeah, snack attack. We're going to attack some snacks right now. I'm going inside of the gas station mini mart. You go in, you get your snacks. You're like, ooh, I'll take a Cliff Bar. Ooh, coconut water, my jam, and you'll get it. You go up to the counter. There's a human there at the counter. You put your goods up on the counter. What happens next? Place your goods.
They probably will bring them in and
Okay.
then charge me for said goods.
So they ring them in.
Mm-hmm.
A price is comes up on the screen for the goods. They either choose to say something to you or they don't, right? What do you say anything?
I'm not a conversation starter for that kind of thing because I get weird comments. So, and I talk to people all the time. So if I can go about my business without actually having a conversation with somebody,
You would go with the say no words.
yep. But I will always have a nice day. That comes. How's it going? I'm good. How are you? Well,
Like, would you say
enjoy the
that
rest of your day.
when you are leaving the store, that the impression felt, the vibe from you is, oh, what a nice person, or is it like, damn, she sucks, stupid? What would you say? Let's
think
be
that
honest here.
I make it a point regardless. So
I was curious if you create a positive situation out of a situation that could remain neutral. Do you say,
100%.
how are you today?
Yep.
And then
Try to
they're
get
like,
that
good. And you're like, those earrings are totally killing it on you. Great job.
Yep, 100%.
You do this.
I think you create the energy that's
Yeah, you do.
everything. I feel like everything in the world is energy. Everything is what you put out, you get back, right? So
Yeah.
even if you're not in a good place, to put the effort to put that positive energy out there is huge.
Yeah.
Not that you need somebody to go, you know what, you made my day, but you can leave there knowing that
You were there
maybe-
anyway.
or maybe you
might as
made
well
their day a
produce
little
something
extra
that could
awesome.
potentially
Give
be
them a laugh,
productive.
made a joke, like maybe didn't take yourself so seriously. Like all those are like small moments. Like I will always just like, I don't know. You have to take the opportunities when they present themselves.
You're here today, Sarah BAMF, Sarah Maillet, yay. So I can give you your roses while you can still smell them, while you're alive. I think a problem that exists, something we should all focus on in this world, is we don't tell people, we don't give enough compliments. You got to let people know while they're here. When you're dead and gone, it's like, oh, what a great person. Do it right now. It's okay. Like, you know people that is like, you assume they know you love them, but just say I love you. Like, let people know, you know what? You're good at woodwork, even though you see him do it every single day. So I want to tell you, there's a couple reasons why you're here, and they evolve around that. First thing, okay, Sarah, is that I look at you from my position in this world, and I'm like, this is an individual that created something that would never have existed in two lanes, in the tattooed modeling world and in the restaurant bar world. You created these things and built them to a level of success on your own. You carve your own lane, define what I'm going to do, and you did it. And here you are, living, eating, breathing. You have a place to live. That is beautiful. I respect you for that. Okay? The second thing, are you okay with that? You comfortable with that?
Thank you.
Because that's real. That's a real thing. Like, you could have done nothing. Those things would not exist. You created them. They weren't real. You made them real. You made them profitable. You made them your life. That's amazing. You had the ideas, you visualize. The next thing is that you're a good person. I see this from afar, and then today, we never met before. Today, this is our first time being together, right? You came in the room. You never know. I meet people all the time. There's superstars. You never know what is going to go on. You walked into the building. It was 0.5 seconds of, how's this going to be? Oh, completely normal. Boom. That was it. And I love that. So the second thing is that you remain as a human being that understands other human beings, puts people on the same playing field. You're a nice person. I respect that about you. That's it. I think you're offering something to the world that is positive. Yeah.
Thank you. That means a lot. And that, like,
It's
based
real.
on
I
what
recognize
you said too, is the fact that, like, I try to make it a point to always credit where credit is due, I guess, kind of, and tell people when I think they're doing a great job, or tell people when I think that, you know, they're talented or really appreciate whatever. People think that, oh, you're a model, you must hear how beautiful you are all the time, but
so beautiful.
Really.
Must be. It's be
and
so
easy. I don't
easy.
need people
You don't have to
tell
do
me
anything.
that.
You're just beautiful. It doesn't matter.
Thank
What
you.
do you do? Nothing. You
But
just.
what if you're just like, you know what? I really like your outfit today, or you look really beautiful today. That means a lot. Like, you don't hear it because people assume that you do. So I make it a point to tell my friends that people when I know that they are anyways, but when they're a little extra. You know what? I see that you put an effort in today and you look awesome. Like, love your hair today, or, you know, or just like that artwork that you're working on is awesome. Like, you know, people put time and energy into things they do in life, and we don't give people enough credit for that when we appreciate it. We just go, oh, they
Would you like to play a game?
play again.
Okay. The game is called Fast, Fun, and Not So Smart. Okay, it's fast because I'm gonna just like say it fast and try to push you and push you. It's gonna come at you quickly.
Can I be the not so smart part?
It's fun. You can be all
Okay,
the pause.
perfect.
Here we go now. It's fun because of exactly that. You're just gonna say it. You're not gonna think about it. You're just gonna say it. Not so smart for the exact same reason. Just say the thing. Don't think too much. Okay? I'm firing questions at you. Just give the answers. Don't think about it,
So
Sarah.
the whole thing that we've been doing for the past 45 minutes.
But no,
Perfect.
even faster. Yeah. And you've been quite intelligent. This time, not so smart. Okay? Yeah. Here we go. Now, you have one meal left to eat. What is it?
Tacos.
If you had to eliminate one state in the United States of America, what state
Texas.
would it? Texas? People they just really don't like Texas. Oh my God. Would you take endless money in exchange for never being able to get a tattoo again?
Yes.
You would. I like it. Current favorite musician?
Volbeat.
Who?
Volbeat?
Volbeat?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. World's best tattoo artist, in your opinion?
None.
None. World's best tattooed model, person, human, whatever you want to call it.
Me.
It's you, love. I was looking for that answer. Oh, that's it.
Okay.
That was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
That worked out. I feel good about how that all went down. Thanks for playing.
Thanks for having me.
You have anything left to say? Anything you really want to put out there? You promoting anything specific at this time? Let's give your social situations, your Instagram jam.
My grams.
Yeah, what's your grams? It's
at Sarah with an H _ BAMF.
That's right.
As well as my website that I've been working on myself, which is huge because I'm not tech savvy, is just my name.com. SarahMaillet. Sarah Maillet.
There's only one T?
Mm-hmm. 2 L's, 1 T.
Dang, I spelled it wrong earlier and she didn't correct me.
Which will be
Questionable behavior.
ever evolving too. Yeah. There's some prints up there now, but
yeah, there's a printer there. You get the point across.
I'm working on it. Like
I'll be real with you. You
like,
can use a little.
product,
Yeah. You need more.
You
need more about who the hell is this person? I know she looks really good in these pictures, but
I just want to do like more like merchandise. Like I have some. I ordered some custom
T-shirts.
pens, T-shirts to have on there. Greeting cards.
Create the option.
Birthday greeting cards on their way that I've just sent out. So like hopefully more of that. Just a site where you can just buy cool shit.
So one more time, that site is Sarah Maillet. That's SarahMaillet. And the Instagram jam that you got to connect with is at Sarah with an H. I already said it. It's an underscore, right?
Mm-hmm.
BAMF. Yeah, you know what it means, boy. Is there any humans that you want to give love to? Just regular people?
Them.
All the humans.
All the humans.
You love all the
People
humans.
love.
You welcome them all, and that's beautiful. Oh yeah, I think that's all we got to do here. We've got your connections, your Instagram situations. I feel great. I'm ready to sign off. We've done your parting words, and I got to say my James. I love you for being here.
Thank you for having
Really
me.
do.
I'm so glad that actually came.
Yeah. It's a little hard to tie you down, but we made it a real thing. I appreciate that.
Thank
I know it takes an effort to move your physical body from your location to this location.
Anywhere in
I
general.
appreciate it. Yeah, I do. I really do. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having
Okay?
me.
That's genuine.
Awesome.
Yeah, so good. So here we go, y'all. This is Offering Something. I am your host, Michael Bernier, still feeling so good to be alive. That is for sure, for sure. A lot of love to our sponsor support system at Enjoy Your Life brand. Everything Enjoy Your Life brand. Riverwalk Brewing Co. at Riverwalk Brewing. Sarah BAMF Maillet loves it. Get hip with the Higher Education Music and Arts Festival going down August 2021 in Lebanon, Maine. Click on the subscribe button, all those things on the YouTube page. I love you, love you, love you for being here with us. Sarah, do you love them?
I love them.
Wow. You guys are so good. Definitely check out Sarah Maillet. You will not be disappointed. This is the end of the show. I just got to do my little bit of work here. Hold on, and we love you. Peace to y'all. Oh, God.